I hate starting off shows like this. Fellow crappers, it's your old buddy, your old pal, R.D. Reynolds. I'm here with Wrestle Crap Radio. On the other end of the tin cannon string, as always, is the Mike Von Erich to my Fritz Von Erich, Mr. Blade Braxton.
What it do, Big Daddy Deal?
I don't know
Why so sad?
I don't know how you can be happy. I really don't understand how you can be happy. I don't know how anyone can have anything but remorse and sadness in their very soul as they...
Why? Because Tim Horner just got released by the WWE?
Oh, no.
What?
Maybe you haven't heard about this, but Corporal Kirchner is no longer with us. Passed on.
I did hear about that. And you know what? He's alive.
No, he's not. I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm not trying to be cute. He is no longer with us.
I'm ruggedly handsome. I'm not trying to be cute, but he is alive.
He's passed on. He's gone.
He's alive.
He's not. He's not. Are we going to argue about this?
I'm not going to argue. I'm going to throw down, man.
Okay. Just, would you like me to quote my source? Is that what you need?
I didn't know your factual talk.
Oh, no. I'm not being funny here for once. Some people would say I'm never being funny, but WWE.com. Corporal Kirchner is dead. They passed on condolences to his family.
That was nice.
That's what they did. And obviously, he's no longer with us.
Yeah, every other website, with the exception of ours, because we were too busy to write our book to announce the tragedy.
Stop it. This is where the sad music ends. So, moment of silence, everyone, fellow crappers, for the great man, the protector of our country, Corporal Kirchner.
I'm not going to have a moment of silence because he's still alive. Maybe if you...
He's not alive.
Maybe you'd walked on the ground that's known as planet Earth and been on this planet the last few days, you'd realize that every other news source has come back and stated that they were incorrect by stating that the good old Corporal had passed away. He's alive. He's alive, and he's probably...
He's dead. Show the man some respect. That's all I'm asking. I don't think it's asking that much. To show the deceased some respect.
Anyway.
I guess I'll try and go on with this show. There is one thing that usually cheers me up a little bit.
Yeah?
Hello, everyone. This is your Action News reporter with all the news that is news across the nation on the scene at the supermarket. There seems to have been some disturbance here. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, I did. I was standing over by the tomatoes, and here he comes.
You know, this last week was Halloween.
It sure was.
Did you have a nice, did you have a nice time on Halloween?
I was working, man. No treat, all tricks for good old Blade.
Well, you know, I picked up my candy this week on RD's weekly trip to the grocery. You know, and I want to talk a little bit about Halloween candy. We talked about this last year, as I recall, and you said you turned out the lights because you're a prick like that. Don't take part in the holiday for the chillin'.
Bro, can I tell you something? The last time I answered the door for a trick-or-treater, I happened to be wearing my Misfits shirt, and it was some 15-year-old kid. And he was like, you like Danzig?
When I was about 15 or 16, my parents one year for Halloween, they left me to hand out candy.
How did that go?
Well, there was this one little prick in the neighborhood I didn't like, and I saw him coming down the street.
That's amazing. Not one prick you didn't like in the neighborhood.
Now, there were a bunch of kids I didn't like, but this one, oh, he was awful. So I saw him coming up, and I looked at the candy bowl. I thought, well, I could give him that. But it's trick or treat, right? Trick or treat. It's like a choice. It's a choice. It's my understanding. So I decided to do a trick instead. So the little bastard comes up, rings the doorbell, opens the door. I open the door. He says trick or treat. He opens up his bag. And I just kind of look at him. He's like, you're supposed to give me candy. I actually had a half gallon of ice cream.
Yeah.
And I just took a scoop, and I just plopped the scoop right in his bag. But that was fun. But I didn't do that now. Of course, I'm older, more mature, wiser, kinder. I'm an old, kindly gent. So we pick up some candy bars, the little candy bars. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, they call them fun-sized candy bars.
Have you ever not had fun while eating a fun-sized, say, Snickers bar?
Well, yeah, I haven't had fun, because if it was fun, it would be like a 5-pound Snickers bar. That's my idea of fun. It's a big candy bar, not some little thing that's like a one-biter.
Those things are smaller than Great Collie's teeth.
They are smaller than Great Collie's teeth. The plan for R.D. Reynolds for Halloween was always to dress up as someone whose 15 minutes of fame were just about up.
That's awesome.
So, like, one year I went as Billy Ray Cyrus, and I had a guitar with no strings, and it said, "We'll play achy breaky for food."
Pure genius.
Thank you. But my new thing is that every year after Halloween, I go out, because the different department stores, they try and clearance out all the Halloween stuff. So last year, about December, I went to Target, and they had all their stuff 90% off. So my new thing is I wait until it's about 90% off, and then I buy my costume for next year. Because that means if it's something that's still there at 90% off, it's probably one of the worst costumes ever made. Well, this year I went as my 90% off costume. Yeah. I was, in fact, Magnum P.I. Not only did it come with the Hawaiian shirt and like a big bushy wig, it comes with a baseball hat, and on it, it says, Magnum P.I. I mean, people thought it was very comical that I went as somebody, from a horrible, it's a horribly out-of-date costume. And it's like, every part of it was itchy. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm thinking the costume may have been composed of poison sumac. It was awful. What I did is I shaved my goatee down to a mustache, but then I also decided to put the mustache that came with it on top of my mustache. So it was like a super mustache.
Hey,
oh my God!
Don't get that. That might be John Thomas, please.
Oh my God! I almost hate to answer. Wrestle Crap Radio.
Yeah, hello, Wrestle Crap Radio.
Yes.
I've been listening to your show, and, well, let me put it this way. My name is Mike.
Hi, Mike.
But you can call me Corporal Kirchner, sir.
Yeah.
The dead have risen.
What the?
Yeah.
Where the hell did this start? Are you the one who started this?
No, WWE.com. It said Corporal Kirchner is dead. I'm just reporting the news.
I am not dead, okay? I don't know how many different times I can say it. I got people calling me, asking me, hey, are you alive or dead? And I have to point out to them, if I was dead, I couldn't answer the damn phone, now could I? And you know the problem with America today is mealy-mouthed, pasty-faced, man namby-pamby sissy Marys like you guys who spend all the time in front of a computer monitor. When I was your age, damn it, I was in military training. You know what it's like to not know if you're going to wake up the next morning, to go down a water slide at a high rate of speed, to hide from your mortal enemies in the battlefield, where the only place you could find shelter is between a large Vietnamese woman's buttocks. Do you know what that's like? Because I don't think you do.
I don't think I'd want to know what it's like to hide between a large woman's buttocks. No offense, Corporal. I have the greatest respect for you. Whenever I saw that Saturday Night's Main Event many years ago, where you came down the water slide with a knife, man, I knew right then, there's no way this country can ever go down the tubes, because the good Corporal would be there out protecting me and my family.
What about that time you crawled on your chest through the banana field, through a cornfield with a knife in your mouth?
Lost a lot of good men on that mission. I still see them in my dreams.
I still have dreams of that epic, almost immortal confrontation with you stamping out the red in the commie menace of Nikolai Volkov at WrestleMania 2.
How dare you mention that name to my American ear, son? That damn commie. Let me tell you something. I'm glad he's homeless and running for Congress or whatever the hell he's doing these days. Because let me tell you something. At WrestleMania 2, I cheered him with what? It only took 2 minutes, if that, for me to defeat him with my patented finisher, grabbing Freddie Blassie's cane out of midair and smacking a guy with it. No one's ever kicked out of that.
Obviously, I want to tell you something. We have such respect for not only you, good Corporal, but also all the men and women in the military. In fact, for Halloween this year, my son, my 13-month-old son, we dressed him up as a military man, as a soldier, and went out trick-or-treating, and then we came home and watched it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Charlie! Charlie! Where? Charlie? Charlie! Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie? No, don't hit me, Daddy! Don't hit me, Daddy! I'll be good, I promise! No, don't make me take a bath with Grandma again! Charlie!
Easy.
Damn it! I'm right here, Charlie! Bring it on, you bitch! Charlie! Charlie! Get him out! Get him out! Get him out! Get him out! No, it's 16! It's 16! Shoot the hippies! Where are the hippies? Where's damn draft out and hippies? Where's my gun? My gun doesn't shoot! My gun's not shooting! It works fine left right! This has never happened to me before!
I'm working late one night. It's like 3 in the morning, bro. I've been working for like 15 hours straight. Get a call from the former Mrs. Blade. And she's like, yeah, I saw something on the computer. I'm like, yeah? She's like, who's Becky?
Becky?
I'm like, what? I saw some pictures on the computer. Who the fuck is Becky? And she, dude, I would swear to God, she sounded like I was talking to Linda Blair from The Exorcist on the other line. I'm like, I don't know anybody named Becky. What the hell are you talking about? She's like, who's Becky?
Well, who was Becky?
Dude, I'm talking to her. I'm like, I contribute to a website, and so I stumble upon various websites. It's probably something like that. It's like, these pictures look like they were made for you and sent to you. Now tell me who Becky is.
So who was Becky?
So I get home, and I look through these files, and she pulls up some files that I'd been through, and it was freaking Becky Bayless, the indie star that, banged Raven or something. And I'm like, you dumbass. I'm like, wouldn't it have been funny if I had stumbled upon some photos of the cat or something? Stacey Carter and my girlfriend would have been yelling at me, who's the cat?
That would be great.
I'm like, who the fuck is the cat? Are you fucking the cat?